Well, honey, welcome to the end of the beginning. It is Monday morning in Brisbane. I was gonna start this morning off by talking about how neat it is that I can stand on my balcony and the scenery behind me will change constantly. No green screen needed. But I have to admit that Brisbane on a rainy Monday morning isn't exactly the most attractive backdrop. To be fair, the port is a 20-minute drive from the city center. This just isn't going to be a nice place to visit. Here, I have to go all the way that way or something like that in order to really get into the city. And as far as the rain, well, I guess it can't be helped. This is what it is. It was like this in Auckland too, although Auckland turned out to be a pleasant surprise. Auckland also happens to be right off the boat too, so this one's going to be a little dicier in terms of how nice this place is or isn't. But that's the way certain cities are laid out. Some of them are convenient to the boat, some of them aren't. I mean, a city of Chicago that would be convenient to a cruise ship, assuming you can get one on Lake Michigan, would be so far removed from our home as to make it not worth visiting, which, now that I think about it, isn't really that far off. Anyway, I need to mention the fact that this is, as I said, the end of the beginning. This is the end of the first leg of this Asia-Pacific cruise. This is my first leg. This is the end of my first month on the ship. And technically it's been a 28-day trip, but that basically includes February, so there you are. 28 days, 1 month. And it's weird to realize I've still got 2 months to go. I've also got 4 more legs of this trip to go, all of which are much shorter than this. Indeed, I've been on this ship longer than I have ever been on a cruise ship at any one time. And that's a really weird thing to realize. There have been spans where we've been at sea, and I have been in this place for as long as I was at the Pullman over in Basel. Now, to be fair, I wasn't confined to quarters. I didn't stay in my room, and even if I was and had to, I still could come out here, which is more than I could do there. So it's still not quite as much of a confinement as all that, but it is still limiting to the extent of the Serenade of the Seas, which gets to you after a while. I don't know what it'd be like on a transoceanic, on something like the Icon of the Seas when there's so much going on. I don't know. I still do want to do a video essay about these floating cities, but I'm not sure I'm quite ready just yet. In the meantime, it's getting to be about 6:45. I've been up since 5:30. Not to blame anyone, but there was a slight buzz of my phone, and I realized, oh yeah, gotta wake up. Wasn't an alarm set, just somebody trying to contact me that didn't know what time it was here. Quite frankly, at that time, I didn't know what time it was here, so don't feel too badly about it if you were trying to reach me. I wish that this would clear up soon. I'm really not keen on getting spit on while I'm wandering about. And yes, everybody has to be off the boat today, whether they want to or not, because this is the end of the trip. There are people that are getting off in Brisbane. There are people that are flying home. There are others that are catching another cruise ship heading in the opposite direction. They can't get enough of this life. And, you know, I guess I'm sort of one of them, because I just keep going on for the next 2 months. There's a lot of the world to see, and while we have covered a lot of ground, we haven't stopped in a lot of places, at least not for the time that we've been here. So, yeah. But we have to disembark. We have to clear out the folks that are leaving us in Brisbane. We have to pick up new people that are starting here, heading to Hong Kong. It should be an interesting trip in that respect. A new crop of faces and a new list of places. And this is another thing. I'm not sure what it's going to be like to get off and get back on, and is it going to be just like any other port of call as far as I'm concerned? Or are there a few more hoops to go through? I've already had to go through that town hall yesterday. I've had to make sure that I have my passport and the immigration card to turn in. So there are a few different steps that I have to take today that I haven't in most others. Whether that's going to be a big inconvenience or just a slight one, I don't know yet. Still, we're going to have to find out. That's just it. The day goes on, we go through it, and I can't get over the fact that it's just gray and cloudy and rainy. It seems like that's what happens every time we come to the end of a cruise. It's like the heavens themselves weep for us, I guess. But this cruise isn't over for me, not by a long shot. I've still got 2 more months. So why are you getting so upset? Anyway, I need to get on with my day. We have to be off the ship in an hour and a half. So I will talk to you later, honey. Take care. Love you. Bye.